And maybe we'll start Department of Sunshine. I understand we're renaming departments now. Department of Sunshine, here we come. May it be so. All right, we are wrapping up. I can see people are getting in place for this last final ceremony. And I've been asked in these moments just to bring together elements from the day. Thank you again for staying, for your attention throughout this time, for your participation at so many levels. I was raised a Catholic person and attended Mass most Sundays until I was 18. That was a household rule. My favorite part of the Mass, then and now, was when we turned to the people around us, family members, people we recognized, strangers, and extended peace. Peace, we'd say, and shake hands or share a side hug, recognizing that we were in community and had chosen to stand together and spend the Sunday morning. In honor of the just and peaceful future we have encouraged in one another today, I encourage you now to thank the people around you for coming. Extend gratitude for murmurating with you, for being a part of a larger, interconnected whole, for being like birds in flight, trusting in the direction of their fellow murmurators, their fellow neighbors. Please extend peace and thanks to the people around you. All right, thank you. I love that. There was so much more full-on hug than side hug in that. Thank you. As we've heard from the panelists, today has been replete with renewal. We've renewed our responsibility to align our actions with the values of the Earth Charter. We've renewed our faith in a framework that emerged from a worldwide cross-cultural dialogue around deeply shared concerns for the well-being of all life. For me, the day renewed the importance of art and expression. How vivifying it has been to hear music and see dance, both articulate commonly held values and to have spiritually and physically murmurated together. If you are fortunate enough to hold an origami crane, please hold it up high. Oh, I see a puppet, some cranes. If you do have the crane, if you pull the two white folds at the base, it will flap. Flap your cranes. Flap your starlings. Thank you. Those were made by students at the University of Vermont. Yay, students! And we've renewed our love, responsibility, and I hope our intimacy for planet Earth. The tourmaline ball that when seen from space has no national boundaries, only swirling, wheeling, pulsing weather, water, and contour. Earth, our planet, the one we and 8 million species call home. Would that we could wake up to what we were, writes poet Maria Howe, when we were ocean, and before that, to when sky was earth, and animal was energy, and rock was liquid, and stars were space, and space was not at all nothing. No I, no we, no one, no was, no verb, no noun, only a tiny, tiny dot, brimming with is, all, everything, home. Earth, our home, is how the Earth Charter begins. The way forward, quite literally, how it ends. 25 years ago, the authors of the People's Declaration encouraged humanity to adopt its values, acknowledging that it may mean a change of mind, an expansion of our sense of place, to, as Ursula Hess has written, a sense of planet. As we enter the final ceremony for the day with story and music and dance and procession, may you, as Angelou instructs, lift your hearts. Each new hour holds new chances for a new beginning. Let ours be a time remembered for its reverence and its joyful celebration. On behalf of Cami, Sally, Nadine, Megan, Tree, Stephen, and Sam, we thank you. Participants, presenters, artists, helpers of all kinds, the collective good company that made this a murmurating day.
You heard the voice that is going to be featured in this piece, and I wanted to tell you something about it. First, I had the opportunity to hear wolves howl in the wild some years ago in northern Minnesota, where at that time the only surviving population of timber wolves in the lower 48 states was living in a narrow strip of habitat near the Canadian border. And I got an invitation from a biologist there, a wolf biologist, to go out howling with him some night in the Superior National Forest. And we went out for several nights. On a lucky night, once in a while we would hear way off in the distance, a kind of lonely and lazy voice begin to rise into the night. And then another would join, and before long there was this whole chorus holding forth that to me was quite magnificent. And I had the thought then that perhaps they weren't just howling in response to us, but that this was for them a very important ritual in which they engage many times each day as a way of saying, we're here, we're together, we're thrilled with the miracle of being alive. Who knows exactly what it means? But I had the thought, hearing them in the night, that we, as a much younger species, might learn something from these elders of ours about the importance of that kind of ritual of giving voice together in every day, in whatever way we might choose. And one of the fantasies I've harbored since then would be, say, if we could get Congress to howl together every morning, we might be able to get a little better spirit of cooperation. In any case, I wanted to make no auditions necessary. I wanted to make music about the feeling I had hearing them in the night. For it wasn't the spine-tingling kind of reaction that you often read about when people describe their experiences with wolves. Because I knew that wolves are not a threat to humans, that there has never been an authenticated case of a healthy wolf attacking a human in North America. For me, it was a feeling more of a kind of deep peace inside, as if I had been, through them, reconnected with this larger family of life, of which we were a much more integral part one time. And I wanted to make music about that feeling, hearing them in the night. And the title for this came from the first experience I had looking into the eyes of a wolf up close. And this was a captive who looked back at me directly with these deep amber eyes, in which I sensed not only his curiosity about me, but the wisdom of 30 million years of heritage, which is more than 100 times as long as our species, Homo sapiens, has ever been around. And I've never fully been able to make sense of that with words. So I'm grateful to have music to make an attempt in this piece that we call Wolf Eyes. like to invite all of you to join us in a Hallelujah chorus for the Earth Charter.
Linder. I designed and painted the Ark of Hope. Kevin Janess. Kevin Janess built her. And Beth Haggart fabricated the lining. I create when I have a need to integrate understanding, not with mind, but with a tangible, sensuous holding. I used my heart to imagine a place of refuge, to express the Earth Charter, and to house the growing number of Temenos books. The Ark has asked me to narrate her story and for Dave's cello to sing. She begins. I was conceived through a late-night vision 26 years ago as a visual manifestation of the Earth Charter. Its principles are inscribed on handmade papyrus inside my lid. Built without nails, I grew out of a single plank of fiddleback sycamore. My 4 painted side panels call to the 4 directions, to the flora and fauna of the world, to the 4 seasons, to 4 universal symbols, and to Earth's elements. My lid speaks of spirit. There is a tiny stone embedded in my lid. When sucked, one no longer aches from thirst. Handmade books are usually nestled in my belly. Temenos is a magical, sacred circle where the impossible is made possible. During my travels through the years, Temenos books have been created by thousands of people worldwide to creatively express their interaction with Earth Charter principles and to hold their hopes and their dreams. On September 9th, in this very barn, the Earth Charter and I were introduced to Vermonters. It was a good day. Following the event, the plan was to truck me to the United Nations in support of the Earth Charter. But 2 days later, 9/11 shattered world peace. New York's Twin Towers collapsed again and again in a terrifying loop on television sets everywhere. Sally ventured into where I was being stored. Returning to the others, Sally spoke. The Ark wants to go to New York now. She needs to be carried, and I cannot carry her alone. The first 3 Arquettes, 3 women, stepped forward. As my journey unfolds, I want you to stretch your limbs and savor their endurance and their strength. Listen with your eyes. Hear water and cello flowing like breath over us as we embark on our first adventure of 350 miles, lasting over 2 months, following rivers for the flattest route, across 4 states, down the mighty Hudson River to New York City. I am heavy, 150 pounds of sycamore wood and pounds of Temenos books. The 3 Arquettes carry me out of the barn into the meadows, raising and lowering me again and again onto grass and soil while they rest. Life is busy and alive on Earth. Bees dip their hairy legs in clover pollen. Crickets chirp in summer song. The women talk little. They do not stop walking. We mold into one Earth community. 3 women, wood, papyrus, paint, rock, books, and hope. We carry each other forward. Sometimes I'm carried by using my 2 unicorn horn poles, or I'm pulled and pushed on a garden cart. 2 people, at times many, once hundreds, accompany me to Manhattan. Such gracious artists, a dancer, with flaming orange hair. A nurse in fatigues. A junior high school soccer team. A gentleman wearing a tie and wing-tipped shoes. A homeless couple sharing their pack of gum. 10 to 15 miles a day. Newspapers and radio stations pick up my story, astonished with this strange pilgrimage, sometimes calling me a weird coffin or a treasure chest. My evolving, revolving family of walkers never know where they will spend the night, where they will sleep, where they will find food. We improvise every moment, every step of the day. Shopkeepers, farmers, car salesmen, Dairy Queen employees, all provide for us. I rest in a hotel lobby, a firehouse, a synagogue, an auto repair garage, a state house, and in barns with cows. My caretakers sleep on living room floors or stretch out on church pews. Many potlucks, a favorite for the walkers, roadside picnics, where I overhear discussions and enthusiastic questions on the Earth Charter principles, and heated discussions, disagreements on the war on terrorism, and many people making pages for Temenos books. Climbing all over me, children laugh, pointing out on my sides the Zimbabwean stink bug, the Egyptian falcon, palm trees, the squiggly dots on the Australian Aboriginal kangaroo. Such unbound beauty all round, for at 3 to 5 miles an hour, not a car's 50 or 60, the landscape is revealed in its mysterious, beautiful vitality. Walking together slows down the mind to steps of peacefulness. Eyes open wide, the heart begins to feel the sparkling dewdrops on Earth's surface. Walking with hope can do this to you. Underground, mycelium runs, nourishing my sycamore roots. Daylight hours are shortening, and like tiny puffs of air, hundreds of migrating butterflies land and rest their fragile wings against my lid. Despite what is going terribly wrong in the world, chipmunks still scurry about, gathering nuts for winter. Next spring's tree buds are forming. All are busy being alive with purpose. Heave ho! I remember the 2 days when the boat's crew and the walkers hoisted up the heavy mainsail after reaching New Haven, Connecticut, and Yale. We crossed over to Garrison, New York, where we boarded the 106-foot sloop, the Clearwater. The wind propelled us down the Hudson River to the boat basin in Manhattan. With his banjo strumming, Pete Seeger's scratchy voice pulled the sloop into the dock while Earth Charter dignitaries and curious onlookers cheered. After patiently waiting at the Interfaith Center, in January 2002, the United Nations finally opened its doors to me. Outside the General Assembly room, I and the Temenos books were grandly displayed. The walkers return home, and my heartwood cries out for family. But faithfully, the Queen Mother of Harlem, in her bright orange head wrap, visits often, wringing and rubbing her arthritic hands over me, speaking in ancient language. As the years unfold, my ventures expand. I travel across the eastern and central U.S., and I'm hosted, and walking with me are nuns from a Michigan convent who heat only with geothermal, a school in Connecticut where classrooms are forests and wetlands, a civic group in Indiana, the Hilton headquarters in Arlington, Virginia. The Temenos book's journey to His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, to his ashram in Bangalore, India. The Earth Charter is spreading like contagious laughter. I learned the hard way that where there is love, there is also hate. Vandalized by an angry, inch-wide, permanent black marker drawn through my lid's painted symbols of faith, save for the Christian cross and a large X across the Bodhi tree, I felt what it was like to be hated. Miraculously, the Indianapolis Museum of Art lifted the marks. I choose not to hate and to live with kindness. And I am grateful that that hate was directed at me and not a child. While I was in the Netherlands, a handyman of the Royal Palace crafted Queen Beatrix a Temenos book, which she then placed very carefully into the ark. As she carefully laid that book, she turned to Sally and she said, "You know, it's much harder being an artist than a queen." Journey with me to this last distant landscape, across an ocean to South Africa and the World Summit on Sustainable Development. I feel strangely out of fashion here, amidst all the dark suits and the summit's glitzy glass buildings. But soon enough, 7 Arquettes, 7 women, are carrying me down the dirt paths of Johannesburg's squatter camps, Deep Sloot, Zandspruit, and Soweto, home to millions of Black South Africans with no running water, no heat, no sewage removal, no medical care, and only one school. But these proud folks embrace Ubuntu, an old African tradition. I am what I am because of who we all are. A week later, 12 brilliant youths from the camps carry me into the summit and share their stories of assault, no education, or jobs, AIDS, and spirit-destroying discrimination. They sing out, giving voice to the Earth Charter principles and how it offers hope to their lives. And they gift me to the world. It is now your moment to be turning point, to be warriors. As Mary Oliver asks us, tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? So gather up your life force and walk beauty and hope forward as a grand murmuration.